Here my paperwork to file to create an LLC for my business. Now, I have been in business for myself for going on 6 years, and the whole time I've just been operating as a sole proprietor. And when I started, I sort of told myself this story um, that there was no big deal, I'm not doing too much. And it's just as easy to be a sole proprietor as to organize into an LLC or some other business structure. And the reason that I am doing this now, as I am launching this journey to creating $1 million or more of value in the next year, is that I'm recognizing that it's time for me to level up and take myself more seriously as a business owner and as a creator of value in this economy. And the truth is that I didn't file this previously because I was daunted by the paperwork and then, oh, what comes next, creating a bank account. It just felt easier to just like operate as ho hum little me. And the path that I'm on of creating $1 million or more of value and more, right? Like, this is just the beginning, is one that requires me to set up structures that I have been avoiding setting up. And this is part of becoming the version of myself who is living the life that I want to live. And this, I want to connect this for you because I'm not alone in avoiding the unknown and trying to just like stay as much the same as possible while I'm changing. Because the unknown is scary and uncertain, and it feels like there are so many things that could go wrong, or more importantly, that I could do wrong. And if you are here, there are places in your life where you're doing the same thing, where you're avoiding the unknown and playing it safe and sort of keeping yourself small. I'm sort of imagining that, like, the brave energy has a sort of like prow of the ship sort of shape, and that this more self-protected way is sort of folded over itself, and it's a way that we play it safe and try to stay in the familiar, and that sort of rounded shape also means that we are not moving with the same smoothness through time and life into the future that we are creating. And what's funny about that, as I say it, is that I also recognize that although in some ways it is, well, it's more frictious. There's more turbulence with a more blunted edge. I'm thinking about the fact that you are more likely to injure yourself with a dull knife than a sharp one. And that feels so apt, that we're more likely to harm ourselves by taking this more folded in approach to life rather than face the sort of exposure of being the sharp edge, of riding the sharp edge, whatever the right metaphor is here. And that is a big part of the energy that I'm feeling myself called into, and that I want to invite you into also, in whatever part of your life your heart is calling you up and out. How can you support yourself in being the sharp edge of the blade, slicing through time and life and action to go in the direction that you want to go, full steam ahead? What do you need to do to develop the self-love and self-trust to live at the edge of the blade? Because ultimately, what this journey is calling me into, and you also, whatever journey you are on, is not living by self-protection, but rather trusting yourself, trusting ourselves to deal with whatever we have to deal with. This self-protective strategy is, for so many of us, certainly for me, and I know that you will know this too. It's about being afraid that we can't handle what life is bringing us. But you have handled everything that life has brought you so far, and you will continue to. And if you don't like how you have handled it, you have the option to practice doing it differently. And you cannot like the way that you have handled it without not liking yourself. Indeed, this is a journey of liking yourself enough to choose a new way so that you can be living your most you life. That feels like what life is calling me and us into in this moment. It needs us all to be ourselves more and more, as much as we can, rather than trying to fit ourselves into the places that the world has sort of prearranged for someone kind of like us. So that is the work, the call, what is alive for me today, and I feel very excited about filing this certificate of organization for my business, the Rosa Technique. Love you, friends.